What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Shane Rowe. Now, we had our second preseason game. Let's start here. Now, the first thing you want is to score some goals, which we didn't score a couple, but we did score a goal. Then you want to win, and you want to possibly have a clean sheet. And we did all of that. So we scored a goal and we kept a clean sheet. So a 1-0 victory against French side Lyon, which is a good win. We should have scored at least 2 or 3 more in the first half. Now, mind you, I will say this, we didn't have all the players there. Rashford wasn't there, Bruno wasn't there, Casemiro. So we're missing some players, but we did have Anthony and Martinez played and Varane started. The one thing I definitely will take from, or the 2 things rather, that we take from the first half is how badly we need a striker. We had at least 3 chances that should have been buried in the first 10 minutes. And if we had a Van Persie, a Rooney, someone, that number 9 who does nothing except put footballs in the back of nets. That's all we need, and that's what we really are missing. And even with the lineup, you could tell most players were not most players, but there had a few players playing out of position. For example, Mason Mount, he was playing some kind of false 9. Then Aaron got sent out to like the left side. It worked. The players were still interchanging kind of and moving across that front line. Ahmad and Anthony were switching wings, which to some success. Ahmad got some good chances. I think we still need to see him against some strong opponents to actually make a good judgment on if he should stay in the team or not. Martinez, of course, class. All day, every day. Going back to the striker problem a bit, especially because there's no Martial. I know he's going to the States with us, so he's traveling with the team, but how long can we depend on him? And when he is there, it's not like he's scoring 2-3 goals a game. So we definitely, absolutely need to get a striker after we wrap up this Onana transfer. I do have a question, and you guys tell me your opinion on this as well too, because I think this is something that no one is actually talking about, or no one is even really trying to mention. I don't know if anyone is trying to jinx it, but what happens if Varane gets hurt? I know in my last video, I said that we've been linked with Alaba, but it's kind of died down a little bit. So what happens if Varane gets hurt? He's not the most reliable. You're going to have to manage him over the course of 50-something game, 60-game season. And depending on how far we go in some of these competitions, can we rely on Maguire if he's still here? Which is a good segue because we had Johnny Evans come back, so I love that little bit of nostalgia, that trip down memory lane. I don't think Ten Hag is going to keep him, but I will say this: one of the best things you can be as a defender is unnoticeable. And what I mean is, in the second half, I watched out the second half, but totally forgot that Johnny Evans was on the pitch. Like, he was just such a commanding figure that there was never really any panic. I watched the second half a bit bored, to be honest. Most of the action was in the first half, which we almost gave away. No, not almost. We gave away a penalty. Let's be honest here. But going back to Johnny Evans for a bit, I think that's what we're missing when it comes to Harry. And there's no disrespect to Harry at all, but there was this, there was and is, when he touches the ball, there is this constant anxiety that you feel when he's on the ball. As well with De Gea, which another segue into Kovar. I don't know where this guy has been hiding. He's been playing in Russia, I think, or something like that. Or some Eastern European league. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, so correct me down in the comments below. But what a player he looks like he can be. again, it's early days. It's only the second preseason game, so we're not gonna, go too crazy. But against a strong League One team, he performed exceptional to the point where you can argue if he was, man of the match. And I think I would give it to him as the man of the match. You never really felt like he was about to do anything too silly, or he was under pressure to where he can't take care of it. And with Varane, well, at this point it was Johnny Evans. But having competent centre backs in front of him, you didn't feel that anxiety of, oh man, we're just one mistake away from losing this 1-0 lead. And most of the time, this is how we always feel. We might be able to score one goal, but then we can't keep this lead for a whole 90 minutes. And that's what separates you from a good team to a great team. Pep, last year, I don't know how many games they came out of it with just like a 1-0 win. So you need to be able to grind out these games. And that has to be credit to the manager. Because if he wasn't as ruthless with David, we wouldn't have been in the market for these new goalkeepers. Onana's about to sign. I still can't believe we got Onana for less than 50 million euros or pounds, whatever it is. Less than 50 million, anything is a steal. And with Kovar looking the way he's looking, I'm comfortable enough having them as one. Only with Ten Hag being as ruthless as he is and saying, listen, David, we love you. You're just you're not cutting the mustard anymore. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the players he's bringing in. We're linked heavily with a striker. I don't want to call anyone's names till we know that at least they're on a plane somewhere coming to us. So you know who he is. Even I've heard from other sources that he's kind of already confirmed that he's wants to join United. So let's hope we bring him in. But even so, I still think we need another striker. It's a 60 game season. Whoever we bring in as a striker is not going to be able to sustain it at a level that we're going to really need it. So, and it's definitely the season where you have to bring in two quality strikers. There's no real blood in, some of the younger strikers that we have in the academy. So, yeah, all in all, a good showing. Van der Beek, how can we forget Donny? Oh man, I was so happy for him to score that goal. I really, really was. And you can tell it meant everything to him. Will he stay? He's said that he's still looking for a move. All in all, my personal opinion is I do think he should move. At least send him out on loan. Give him the space to regain that thing we saw when we bought him. And we see what happens. I'm hoping to give in Donny one more season. Somebody has to go out for somebody to come in. Maino is going to be with the senior squad this year. They've just kind of broke the news, so he definitely needs game time as well. He looks so comfortable playing on the pitch. Again, you see him and you're wondering, who's that guy? And then you realize it's not a play that you're already familiar with, but he plays like he has this maturity about him. I had a total lost for words there. But again, all in all, a good start. The guys go on a plane soon to the USA, and we go butt some heads with the big boys now. There's Real Madrid, Arsenal, good times. Let's see what he's cooking. Let's see what he's cooking over there, man. So, like the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What did you think of the second game? What do you think of some of the players? Did I miss anyone's performance? Who did you think was the man of the match? Am I too overly excited about Kovar? Or is he actually looking the part? He could definitely be Onana's backup goalkeeper. But yeah, stay tuned and God bless you and GGMU.